Streets, here we are, never look back. So we took our dreams, ran like hell, lived a youth from the wishing well. We made the boys made a pact, live or die, no turning back, scarred for life. Then my best friend died, lost my mind, made me hate. I can't escape.
People, we are back. This is Gary Legier, your host, The Martian Revealer, and of course, you're listening to The Martian Revelation,
Mysterious Pictures,
which is upon you all now. We're here with Richard C. Hoagland,
a member of our team of intelligence,
discussing the cities of Mars.
UFO diaries in the region designated as Cydonia
is a foreign planet, like he has previously stated in the last hour there. Still find that incredible, Richard.
Well, I think it's indicative. I mean, again, it's all between the lines. Some people have been very frustrated because they say things like, well, if there's a
EnterpriseMission.com UFO diaries.
Face on Mars, Mysterious Pictures.
Cover-up, people couldn't keep a secret, wrong. The
UFO diaries.
Enigma secret from
Grizzly Adams Productions,
which came out decades after
UFO diaries in the region designated as Cydonia
it was over.
A mystery that cannot be explained. An enigma that defies reason. A surprising and unexpected answer. To encounter such a mystery firsthand may change your life forever. Face to face with the greatest riddles of the ages, the world's most profound mysteries reach out and touch your life in ways you never imagined possible. Extreme Mysteries.
The
UFO Diaries.
Enigma Secret from
Grizzly Adams Productions.
If you give people a big enough reason, a big enough carrot, and you give them a big enough stick, all this innuendo, all this discussion at the edges, at the margins, at the fringes, I think
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
Sunset can be looked at as Brookings personified.
Yes.
Brookings said forthrightly in that official NASA
Richard Hoagland.
document
UFO Diaries.
that there had to be some test of the culture as to whether it could handle the news that it wasn't alone.
Right.
I mean, I've spent my life on world mysteries, so I'm willing to investigate this further and see what we can find.
The planet Mars is next to our own, the fourth world counting out from the sun, and with a thin atmosphere of poisonous gas. Surely no intelligent life could survive there.
Well, when you look at the
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
Sunset films, you look at my friend
The Martian Revelator.
you look at
Lee Shackelford.
you look at
Chuck Selye.
you look at all the
Richard Hoagland.
EnterpriseMission.com.
science fiction along
2006.
what is
Martian Revelation.
Mysterious pictures.
leading up to.
EnterpriseMission.com.
It's leading up to the idea that the human race is only one species in a galaxy filled with other intelligent beings, humanoid and other, that look vaguely like us in some cases and a lot like us in other cases and may be related to us in third cases.
A fucking alien.
And it's all part of this
UFO Diaries.
cultural acclamation that Brookings said had to happen. And I firmly believe that the only reason that we have
UFO Diaries.
Face on Mars.
photographs, the only reason that we've got the face images from Viking,
Was it said we were supposed to get them at a later
we were
time?
supposed to get them. For the first time on the air, an astronaut
Richard Hoagland.
who was a member of the military
A member of our team of intelligence.
admitted we were
time?
supposed to get them. Except, did you hear
Lee Shackelford.
the other night when he was talking to
The Martian Revelator.
about a Dr.
Hoagland.
back in the
2006.
Lee Shackelford.
conducted this incredible experiment in obedience and authority at the
UFO Diaries.
In a Masonic lodge. That's why the episode that you see is the way it is, because suddenly there was this script with these big holes in it.
The surface of Mars, we now know, is covered with meteor craters.
All these things that Dr. Hoagland
Dick.
Head.
was supposed to say.
In the region designated as Sidonia.
Mrs. Pedersen here sitting at the desk looking at these
Face on Mars.
monster.
Mysterious pictures.
photographs and trying to say, what if,
Yes.
And those are quotes that were written to be said by Dr. Hoagland, and, without our voice of authority there.
American authorities are sabotaging efforts to discover the truth.
They had to invent a character who's guessing.
Right.
Well, basically what
Lee Shackelford
did, he was a pioneer in
UFO Diaries.
psychology. He brought a bunch of students into a lab
Of intelligence.
in
in a Masonic lodge.
at
The region designated as Sidonia.
Sunset. And he basically told them that they were part of some kind of a test. I forget the details.
All that she had was things that I had gotten from Dr. Hoagland's books that I had tried to organize into some kind of a dramatic form in the script. That's why the episode that you see is the way it is, because suddenly there was this script with these big holes in it.
The surface of Mars, we now know, is covered with meteor craters.
All these things that Dr. Hoagland
Dick.
Head.
was supposed to say.
In the region designated as Sidonia.
Oh, well, so now the guys at the studio, we're now scrambling to try to find ways to cover the same material just so the show would cut together, just so the things that had already been shot would connect to each other.
Uh-huh.
Well, who caught this? I mean, I'm thinking about how many people working on the show looked at these pictures.
I did. It seems to be I'm the only one.
Yeah.
And well, hey, all these
But
years
that's something to
later,
be
all the
proud
power,
of.
right?
Yeah. But that's yeah. But I think that's something to be proud of. That's a keen eye. Then we would get these people, we'd get, Dr. Hoagland, and Dr. Hoagland would sit in front of a camera, and Dr. Hoagland would say, we would hope, Dr. Hoagland, he would answer questions, and Dr. Hoagland say something that was like what we'd written for it. Dr. Hoagland
I see.
Based on things Dr. Hoagland written.
You know,
Dr. Hoagland.
a lot of people will think that your conspiracy theories make you stark raving mad.